We got to get back to doing what's expected of us as free citizens in this democracy. That means being tolerant, being respectful, staying informed, and being engaged. I'm former Congressman Joe Walsh. Follow me here and join the millions of Americans who are renewing their social contract with each other. The social contract, it's on us.
Hey, Joe Walsh, guys, everybody. Former Congressman Joe Walsh on the road, baby. I apologize. This is the social contract with Joe Walsh. I'm behind the wheel driving from Chicago to Washington, D.C., back to D.C. I'll be on the road all day. I apologize. I look like shit. Didn't sleep a lot last night. I'm wearing an ugly white long sleeve t-shirt that my wife Helene hates when I wear in public. I'm in the car with my black dog Mabel. She's behind me sleeping. But I thought it would be just awesome on the road. Where am I? I'm somewhere in, I think I'm still in Indiana. I don't think I've gotten into Ohio yet. And I don't mean to piss off anybody in Ohio. Love the great state of Ohio, but that drive, Northern Ohio, that's one of the most ugly ass drives in the world. Northern Ohio. Love you, Ohio, but man, that ain't an attractive drive. Hey, I some quick thoughts on last night. And don't worry, I'm driving, I'm fine. On the Democratic National Convention last night. By the way, a personal thought. It was good to be at the Democratic National Convention all week. Can't lie, it was kind of weird. Weird in a good way. I've never been to a Democratic National Convention before. I'm not a Democrat. I was surrounded by Democrats all week. In a good way, it felt kind of weird, but it was cool. And I loved and appreciated the enthusiasm all week. Kamala Harris last night. My takeaways. And damn it, I got to start here. You know, you deserve this, Republicans. Let me start by yelling at my former political party. Hey, Republicans, what you saw last night, you deserve. By worshiping Donald Trump, by turning my former political party into an authoritarian embracing cult, by bad-mouthing America, and that's what Trump does, that's what J.D. Vance does, that's what too much of MAGA does, bad-mouths, blames America, by not accepting election results. MAGA, the Republican Party, a party that no longer accepts election results, that has embraced authoritarianism, a party, my former party, that wants to use government to tell people how to live, and a party that's constantly blaming America. That's what my former political party has become. So it's no surprise, Republicans, that last night and all week, you saw the other political party embracing freedom, embracing democracy, embracing patriotism, and embracing American exceptionalism. Republicans, you opened the door. Trump, MAGA, you opened the door for Democrats to now be, and I mean it, I saw it, I felt it, I breathed it all week, to now be Democrats, the party of freedom, the party of democracy, the party of patriotism, the party of American exceptionalism. You abandoned those things, MAGA and Trump, and the Democrats scooped them up. Man, all week, Democrats waving the American flag. All week, Democrats praising police, praising our military. All week, Democrats talking about how important freedom. Stay out of my life. Let me live my life. Democrats talking that way. All week, Democrats talking about how great and how exceptional. All week, Democrats embracing freedom. And I'm an old guy. Man, when I was young, it was the Republicans, it was the right that unabashedly, proudly waved the flag. Man, I can remember being in Congress 12 years ago, waving the flag, and the left would get mad at me. The left used to be embarrassed about waving the flag. Now it's the right. Now it's the right. Kamala Harris last night. Kamala Harris last night sounded like Ronald Reagan. Kamala Harris last night talking about how exceptional America is. Stuff Ronald Reagan used to say and did say all the time. But Republicans, this is what happens. Leader of your party, your leader, is the dictator. What happens? Your party bad mouths in America every single day. I was struck by that. My other big takeaway listening to Kamala Harris, she loves America. Kamala Harris loves America. It's a beautiful speech. She is of America. Her story is America. Mom from India, dad from Jamaica, they meet, they get married, they meet in California, they get married, they have a baby. Kamala Harris. Then years down the road, Kamala Harris marries a Jewish guy from Brooklyn. Kamala Harris talked about her American story, and she talked about how much she loved and believed in this country. Kamala Harris did. That came across loud and clear how much Kamala Harris truly loves America. The antithesis, I kept thinking last night, of Donald Trump, who is utterly incapable of loving anyone but himself. Donald Trump is only capable of loving himself. So in many ways, America, right, as I'm on the road now, I'm entering Ohio. Woo-hoo, the heart of it all. Nothing against you, Ohio. Northern Ohio, butt-ass ugly. Butt-ass ugly drive, but I love you, Ohio. That's your choice, America. Kamala Harris loves America. Donald Trump loves Donald Trump. Hey, America, you choose. Thought about that all last night at the Democratic National Convention. She had a great line. Every dictator in the world, and this is true, every dictator in the world wants Trump to win. Every single dictator. It's so spot on. And she said Trump's not going to do anything about all the autocrats around the world. They all want him to win, and Trump wants to be an autocrat. Spot on true. Absolutely spot on true. Look, she needed to, Kamala Harris last night, needed to do two things in my mind. Most of America doesn't know who she is. They really don't. Who are you? What do you stand for? Give me your vision. She needed to do that. Present a vision of where she wants to help take America. And she did that very clearly. She said, I am a product of middle-class America, and she is. Regular America, and she is. And I want to help look out for middle-class America. She wasn't specific on policy proposals. I didn't want that. I wanted a vision. I didn't want a 10-point plan. Hello, Ohio. And she didn't give that. She presented a vision of an inclusive vision of where we all kind of are in this together. Let's look forward. Let's quit hating on each other. Let's quit being so damn divisive. Let's make sure the middle class and working class people have opportunity, not the wealthy, not the rich. I'm not a class warfare guy, but it was all the right kind of messaging. She showed a real strong foreign policy, right? She made clear if Kamala Harris becomes president, she will continue to side with Ukraine and Zelensky, making clear that if Trump becomes president, he will side with Vladimir Putin. The other thing Kamala Harris needed to do was to go after Trump. I mean, go after Trump. Ooh, hello. Almost got hit by a truck. For the record, a truck almost just rammed into me. Hello, trucker. And she did that. She went after Trump. She said he's such an unserious man, and he is. And these are serious times. These are serious times. I mean, I stood in that hall all week. Democrats had the word freedom emblazed all week. Democrats. Trump doesn't give a damn about anybody. She made clear that Trump doesn't care about America. She made clear that Trump is a felon, that Trump tried to overthrow the election. She made clear that January 6th was a bad, horrible day, and we can never let that happen again. She made clear that she wants to get down to business and end all the chaos and all the dysfunction and all the madness of the years. It was a good speech. What is she going to do specifically? Don't know. She'll get there. But my final thought, my final takeaway, and thanks everybody for listening. And again, I apologize for the way I look. I apologize. I'm on the road. I'll be on the road, by the way, for the next 77 days. I am part of Republicans for Harris, and I'm doing everything I can in Ohio. Nah, I'm probably not in Ohio. In Michigan, in Wisconsin, in North Carolina. I'll actually be in New Hampshire on Monday, trying to convince people who are still undecided, trying to convince other Republicans to make the step, be better than, we're better than what Donald Trump thinks we are. This country, damn it. This country is better than Trump thinks it is. That came over loud and clear in Kamala Harris's speech last night. Loud and clear. I did an early radio interview this morning, downed a couple cups of coffee, did an early radio interview. And look, the juxtaposition is clear. I'll leave you with this Friday morning. Thanks for jumping in on this with me. Here's the deal. Donald Trump, we're all complicated creatures. Human beings are complicated creatures. We got good and bad in us. We got our good angels. We got our bad angels. We got our decency. We got our fears. Here's the deal. Trump's appealing to our bad angels. Trump is appealing to our primal fears. To win, and this came through in her speech last night, she made clear, Trump's trying to scare you into voting for him, period. Kamala Harris last night and the Democrats all week, we heard they're appealing to our better angels. They're appealing to us, the good in us. Be better than what we've been. Come together, stop the hating. Let's try to move this country forward together. I know you got legitimate beefs, but man, let's rise above them and deal with them. Kamala Harris talked about common sense. She talked about hope. She talked about rolling up her sleeves and let's get some stuff done. And on this radio interview this morning, the host asked me what's going to prevail. And I don't know what's going to prevail. Our better angels or our primal fears? Look, we are living in a populist moment. Americans are angry. Regular Americans are angry, righteously angry, legitimately angry. And I get it. It's justified anger at a political system that's let them down, at a political system that hasn't listened to them, at a political system that's broken, at a world and a country that's just changing too damn quickly. Regular people got legit concerns, fears, and angers. So that populist anger is there. We're still in that populist moment. And I said on the radio, she asked me, well, what's going to win? What's going to win in November? Our better angels or our primal fears? Our primal fears won in 2016 when Trump won. Man, 2020 was close, neck and neck with Biden and Trump. What will prevail in November? Our bad angels or our good angels? Our fears or our hopes? I don't know. I hope our hopes prevail. I'm a populist. We got to do what we got to fix what ails us. But we have to stop being so ugly, angry, cruel, and divisive and scared. We have to stop being so scared. And Harris alluded to that last night in taking a legitimate shot at Trump. Trump's only path is to scare the hell out of you. That's the only way he gets your vote. Kamala Harris wants to get your vote by having you be hopeful and ready to get down to business and work with everybody. Last point. Donald Trump at his convention, he basically was talking only to MAGA. He basically was talking only to his followers and supporters. And by the way, that's how he was when he was president. Remember that? Tornado, hurricanes happen. I'm only going to help the people in red states. I'm only helping my voters. That's who Trump is. Kamala Harris last night said inclusive language. I'm here for everybody. Kamala Harris looked into the camera and said, trust me when I say this. I will always put country first. I will always do what's best for all of us, even if you didn't vote for me. What does that mean when it comes to policy? I'm happy that I feel good about a candidate for president who looked into the camera and said, I want to look out for and represent all of you. Words Trump could never, ever utter. So thank you for listening. Just a few tidbits there. I'm exhausted, man. I'm exhausted. Mabel and I are going to stop again in about 20 minutes. Going to get me a big old cup of coffee again. Boo. Going to chug it down for the next 8, 9, 10 hours. On my way back to D.C., take a little break, and then boom, we go firing again on, I got too much TV this weekend, so I will not take a little break. I love this country. You love this country. Everybody, MAGA, from far right to far left, listening to me right now, we all love this country. We disagree on how to make her a better, freer, more inclusive, productive country. It's okay to disagree. Social contract with Joe. God bless. Have the most glorious weekend. Out.
Remember to listen, share, and follow The Social Contract with Joe Walsh on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere great podcasts are found. And be sure to leave a 5-star review. This has been The Social Contract with Joe Walsh.